Now at 6, it's been a topsy-turvy week for the Seattle Seahawks, but the team appears ready to start what they hope will be a new era of success. Good evening, I'm Preston Phillips.
And I'm Molly Shen. Today, the team formally introduced Sam Darnold as the new quarterback. We have team coverage tonight, including senior reporter Chris Daniels, with reaction to all these recent Seahawks changes.
But we start with sports director Nico Tamurian live at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center, where Darnold says he's ready for the challenge. Nico, what an exciting time.
Oh, no question about it, Molly and Preston. And giving you a bit of an inside look here at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center. The walls here at the headquarters of the Seahawks are full of these photos, each one telling the story of every win in franchise history. The hope here, of course, is that new quarterback Sam Darnold can add a lot more photos here all the way to the end of the building.
All roads kind of led to Seattle.
Sam Darnold is ready.
There's nothing like scoring a touchdown, whether it's me throwing it or whether it's, whether it's a running back, fullback, whoever running the ball in. There's nothing like hearing that noise, especially in a place like Lumen, to be able to hear that after a score. There's nothing like it in the world.
So are his new teammates.
Man, Sam can spin it, and I think he showed that, last year, and I think he was put in the right situation last year, and to show that what he can do, and I'm super excited about, what he can do now.
This is a new-look Seahawks offense. New guys protecting the new quarterback and new players for Sam Darnold to throw to. And how did we get here? A franchise-altering week. It happened in the blink of an eye.
So we had several guys we were interested in, made the trade, and we were able to get the guy at the top of the list.
But when it became apparent that we were going to have to pivot away from Geno, then definitely hoping that it was going to land with Sam. There's some time there, but just really fortunate that it worked out the way it did. And there's great quarterbacks out there that that we looked into, but it really apparent that Sam was our guy.
I think we have an opportunity to do something very, very special here. But it's gonna take a lot of hard work. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my head down and go to work, and just excited to do that.
Now, one photo you will not see on the wall here at the VMAC, of course, is when the Seahawks played Sam Darnold and the Vikings last year, because Sam threw 3 touchdowns, leading Minnesota past our Seahawks. Now, he wanted to talk about that for an hour. Mike McDonald did not want to talk about that. But the point is this: Sam Darnold is the future. And listen, this tumultuous last week of transition certainly will chart the course, at least for the next few years, of this proud Seahawks franchise. But right now, live here at the Virginia Mason Athletic Center, headquarters of the Seahawks, I'm Nico Tamurian.
And you know what, Nico? I'm going to talk a little bit more about that game. Sam Darnold does know a little bit about playing in front of the Seahawks fans. Less than 3 months ago, he did lead the Minnesota Vikings to a come-from-behind win over Seattle right here at Lumen Field in the Hawks' final home game of last season. Darnold, as Nico mentioned, threw for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns, including the go-ahead score with less than 4 minutes left in that game.
With Sam Darnold officially in, the book closes on the Geno Smith era. Today, the Seahawks posted the highlight reel on X, along with a caption, "A leader both on and off the field." Geno reposted that with his own goodbye message, writing, "My love for Seattle cannot be described in words. I wish I could have done more to express that. Thank you for a memorable 6 years." All the recent roster changes prompted some natural questions about the direction of the Seahawks franchise. We continue our team coverage with KOMO senior reporter Chris Daniels live tonight at Lumen Field. Chris?
Well, Preston, as we stand here tonight, the now departed DK Metcalf is quite literally Lumen over Lumen. And in the background, there is still one big unanswered question about the Hawks' future.
Having all this activity, bing, bang, boom.
It is a construction project.
The Geno Smith era with the Seahawks is over.
That is ground shaking.
Monumental, a seismic shift.
That was the official kingdom.
Al Griffin has been a Hawks fan for decades, a regular staple outside the stadium.
This August will be 30 years.
30 years of serving sausages.
30 years serving sausages. It's a transition. It's definitely a whole new transition without all those pieces.
He hears the voices.
Sam Darnold is now a member of the Seattle frickin' Seahawks, baby.
Like the one of Dave Softy Mahler on Sports Radio 950 KJR.
Chris, I'm sitting here just thinking about that offensive line, my man. When your house is rotting from the inside, the last thing you're going to worry about is the stinking landscaping. And the Seahawks have got to go out and get that foundation figured out.
Mahler is skeptical of the recent moves.
You want to be a mediocre football team, this is the way to do it. You want to be a championship football team, fix the damn line starting tonight.
The changes are enough to cause anyone to reflect on when the Legion of Boom ruled the Hawks' nest, when Paul Allen owned the team before his 2018 death, prompted questions about a franchise sale. Do you think there's something bigger at play?
Well, I think all of us expect eventually Jody Allen's going to sell this football team, right? Whether it's 2 years, 3 years, 5 years from now. And there's been a lot of talk about, hey, the Seahawks aren't signing guys to long-term deals because they don't want the next owner to be saddled with any real debt.
He doubts that's at play here, even if the issue of future franchise ownership remains cloudy.
The O-line thing is still the O-line thing.
We're going to need some help on blocking. You know, we're going to have to focus on that.
Al is choosing to stay positive.
I think we'll be okay. You know, it's going to take a little time, but, you know, we've been through it before.
And he'll be ready, standing tall on Occidental when the gates open on what will be a new era. Jody Allen has never publicly discussed the sale of the Seattle Seahawks or the NBA's Portland Trailblazers, but we do know there was a provision with the state to build this football stadium that would require any new buyer to also pay 10% of that total to the state if it was sold within 25 years of the construction of this building. That provision expired last year. That's the story live at the Lou tonight. I'm Chris Daniels, KOMO News.
All right, thanks, Chris. Time to scan the QR code there on your screen to vote in tonight's KOMO Pulse Poll. We're asking, what grade do you give the Seahawks for signing Sam Darnold? Well, right now you can see 43% give it a B, 26% A, 22% C, only 9% an F. There's still plenty of time to vote. We'll share an update tonight of the results at 11 o'clock.
Count on KOMO News for continuing coverage of the Seahawks and the start of the Sam Darnold era. Remember, the NFL draft is a little more than a month away. We'll have any new developments right here on KOMO TV. And when we're not on the air, you can find those updates any time of day on KOMOnews.com.